You just go ahead, get started, unbox it all, bolt it up, put the manifold, see if this does some like good turbo noises. So thankfully this was the guy that I bought like my injectors, a bunch of stuff off of, so everything should be good according to him. As he says, I'm gonna double check everything. Only thing that I'm changing is the back housing of this, the little downpipe turbo elbow here, just because I have that bung welded in for my wideband. Like I said, we're gonna change this and just slap it on there. So let me just unwrap all of this. And quote me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure, but so I wanted to like raise the boost to like 20 pounds, but I don't know, I heard that there's like a fuel cut safety with the stock ECUs, like past 15 you're just gonna hit fuel cut and therefore not make any boost. Quote me if I'm wrong, comment down below, but we're gonna do that. So I'm hyped. Hopefully we can finally start this, make some, hopefully everything's running good too. So I had that whole leaning issue where I was kind of scared to see what happens. So hopefully the car's still not leaning out after the test drive, after the break-in period, because my plugs were a little bit white, but not too crazy. But hopefully the car's not leaning out. Gonna go ahead here, just take off all these little 14 mils. Take all these off. This will take off your arm, man. Holy crap! Look at that. Woo! There we go, old one's out. Put the new one on there. Bead the screws in. So far, everything's working pretty much good. Next up, just putting the manifold on. Have this just dangling there. Whew. Literally, this little stock boost solenoid was holding it. Definitely sweating. It's hot. Hopefully, man, after all this, hopefully this should be the last piece of the puzzle. Just go ahead, keep feeding all these screws in. All right, there we go. Manifold's all in. Turbo's on the manifold. Banjo bolt is connected. Just gotta connect the coolant lines there. Next up, we'll also do the exhaust, connect the exhaust there. Put the O2 on, put the wideband sensor on. Hopefully that's a good reading. That's a good spot right there. And then just finish for the intercooler piping. Give it a turn on, see what happens. Cross our fingers. Ooh, all right, everything's pretty much bolted on. Put the coolant lines, oil lines, O2. Don't worry, we're gonna put the heat shield on afterwards. Just wanna see the reading. Gonna put the wideband on as well. Start it up, double check everything. Oh, gotta put the most important parts. Intercooler piping on, and then we should be able to start it. All right, moment of truth, boys. My A1 mechanic, got Adrian out here. All right. Negative to positive, positive to negative, something like that. Hey, okay. So far the battery works. Dude, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Let's see.
Let's see what happens. Correct. Nothing's leaking. Everything's good.
Alright, so at least that's connected, but sensor is stuck. Adrian was saying that it's probably a bad sensor. We just used the old one for now. I'm waiting for Amazon to give me the other one. Alright, moment of truth. Just gonna give it a little bit of a throttle. See if we could build some boost. Hell yeah, that was it.
Hell yeah!
Woo! No, something like shot at me. Only thing that I don't like is that I'm hearing something from here though.
Is it a clutch fan?
I don't see anything underneath. I don't know. I feel like it's coming from the water pump. Hear that? Woo-hoo-hoo, we got boost, boys! Hell yeah. It's just that little noise, I'm not sure.
That's not like...
I mean, it's a new water pump. Turbo's working. Yeah, sensor's still stuck a little bit. But it does build a little bit. It's like 1-2 pounds right there, so that's a plus there. Hell yeah. My heart's still like, I'm so nervous still, just because it's like a little bit of stuff here. Just got to make sure. We're gonna have to change the sensor before we take it out for a drive or anything, just to double check to see if it's leaning out. I'm smelling something. It's probably the residue of the oil residue. I don't know. Still need to break it in. Oh yeah, all that extra oil. Yeah. All right. So let's put that new sensor in. Hopefully it should come in within like another hour or two. So next thing we do have is a faulty wideband O2 sensor. Kendrick just gave me his to try out and it was changing. So best way to check, Kendrick was saying, Kendrick's working on the RX-7 right now. If you guys can see in the back over there. Yep, look at that FC. He's working on that right now. So what he was saying was, if you just plug it in, have the actual wideband out, the sensor, the O2 sensor out, and it'll just read the atmosphere. It'll lean out and change. Whereas it did, I'm not gonna show it now, but it did change when 14.8, 14.6, and then leaned it all the way out. So it did change. His sensor was good. Adrian's sensor that he let me borrow was bad. It was just staying stuck on 14.8, did not change at all. So waiting on the new one now. But also shout out to my buddy Dang. He just welded this for me. So this is my new hydro. I had to modify my other one just because it was still hitting right here. And I'll show you guys real quick. With this one, just bought like a freaking Chinese $15 handlebar here. And we just modified it a little bit. Whereas, so say, if it sits right there, so look how much farther it comes out. So it'll be perfect right there. Gonna have to bend it in a little bit this way. I just noticed that right now. Or, nope, never mind. Yeah, just gonna have to bend that just a little bit, but it'll be perfect. If we just probably right here, bring this section in a little bit forward, that way it sits like that, we'll be good. We got the new sensor in. That's all connected. Next up, what we're gonna be doing is Adrian's gonna let me borrow his wheels, so I'm gonna put his 18s on the rear just because that looks kind of funny, and I'm still rebuilding mine once again. Then we can go ahead, put the front end, all that good stuff, and take it out for a test drive. All right, got fenders on, front bumper on, still tweaking the fitment just a little bit, just because when I first did it, I didn't have any of these, any of the OEM GTR parts. So now that I have that, I'm gonna have to tweak it just a tad bit. Like before, I had a bunch of bolts here holding this front bumper. Now I don't really need that many, but I do need one here that it looks like, because you can see that is dragging a little bit. And the intercooler piping as well, the coupler right here is touching and it's pretty much sagging the bumper down, pushing it down. So we're gonna have to trim that section off a little bit. I already did this side from the first time I mounted the intercooler, but gonna have to put the bolt there where I have a little mark. That way that's up a little bit as well. Other than that, fitment's not too bad. I didn't want to go crazy because we are just gonna go ahead and take all these panels back off just to paint the inside and all that. So that's why like this right here is not even, because the two bolts that are in there will bring it up all the way, perfectly even there. Same with the bottom, same with this side. So as you can see, it does have that little bit of play, but I did bolt it all the way around. So not gonna mess around with that just because that is such a pain to get into and bolt that down. Last piece of the puzzle, the hood. We're gonna put the hood on. Hopefully it fits pretty good. Move around some cars, that way we can go ahead, take this out and see how it drives finally. But yeah, dude, it is so hot right now. I also need to put the handbrake that Dang had for me, so I gotta put that in. And just like that, it's all coming together slowly. Now we can just go ahead, tighten it down. Adrian helped me out put the hood. So only thing we really gotta do is space this fender out a little, just because you can see how tight it is right there. That's good there, but you see the little gap right here as well. We're just gonna have to space out that fender just to match this little gap here. Dude, it looks so good. Yo, let's keep it primer, F it. Not even gonna paint it. It looks so good one color. Right, here we go. Nerves are racing. We're gonna try and test drive this thing, I guess, right? Something like that? I guess. Something like that. All right, everything is connected. Biggest thing we need to see is make sure that it's not lean. What's going on? Want to make sure that it's not lean. That's my biggest concern right now. So let's connect this bad boy on. All right, so far, yeah, you can kind of see it. It's reading like 14.5, 14.6, just staying right there. That's not too bad. Yo, 14s is good, right? So we're testing it out now, driving it up and down. There's a bunch of cops everywhere. But we're getting some good turbo noises, so that's a plus. It's not leaning out. I want to do like a full pull just to see how it is on wide open throttle in boost. That way we don't see anything iffy, but I mean, temps are looking great. Everything's pretty good, so can't complain on that. Just gonna keep driving it. That way we can actually break it in this time while hitting boost. I gotta change these coilovers. So rough. Right. So right away, you guys can probably hear. You can hear the boost right away. That's how it should be sounding. But like I said before, no leaning out. Car's running good. The only thing you gotta do now, my coilovers they were seized, so I definitely need to do new front coilovers for sure. Ooh, hoo, hoo, look at that. A good 40-footer for now. Until it gets painted at least. But doesn't look too bad. Hood closes, didn't fly open, so that's a plus there. Doesn't look too bad. Definitely a work in progress though. But I'm so happy. It drives good. Minus the little tweaks that we still need to do there. But I can't complain. I'm hyped on it. There's still a lot more to do. Damn, we need to clean this up. Oh my god. Well, you can't really clean primer, I guess. But you need to put like a grill, all that other stuff. But the main stuff is pretty much done. So I'm happy on that. Definitely need to put on those side skirts too. So let's do that. It's getting a little dark, but not too bad. Hold on. One thing I definitely wanted to check, see if those lights work. Let's see. I don't even know if I connected them. This is the first time ever I'm seeing it with the lights on. Ooh, okay. Definitely need to buff those out, but you can't really see it on camera, but in person, definitely needs to be buffed out. All right, I connected it right. That's a plus. All right, let's go back to the shop. The struggles. I can't hook it up to Bluetooth yet, so we're using it that way. All right, so finally, my nerves are like somewhat calm. Now I'm hyped, now I'm excited. I'm so happy the car's not leaning out and everything seems to be good, so. Woo! Sounds so good. Getting some food now. Decided to just keep driving. Why not? Car has headlights, car has taillights. Might as well just keep driving. And I got half a tank of gas, so we could definitely use that driving around. So the coilovers are definitely like creaky, like you literally feel every little bump, and all the bumps is just like can't even do the noise. It's just like, oh, what the hell. We're gonna need those. Alright guys, I'm gonna pretty much end it there. Hopefully that light's not blinding. I don't think so. But all in all, it was a successful drive with the R34. Hip boost, didn't lean out, so that's a plus there. No overheating issues, nothing is leaking. We do need to do a couple of tweaks. Like I said, the coilover, the front coilovers, they were so squeaky and bouncy, so we're gonna have to definitely do some new coilovers. Everything's pretty much bolted down. Handbrake, this is all good there. Fenders, hood, all that stuff is all good. Wideband's working perfectly fine. Like I said, no overheating. So only thing left to do is just a bunch of little stuff. Add on the side skirts, we're gonna do the wing, the extensions, leave it primer for now just because Adrian needs to do a couple more stuff for the body work, sand it down a little bit before we can send it off to paint, but he's gonna be on vacation. But like always guys, like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna be heading out to an event at the casino, a car show. Not sure about the drift event yet, just because it's supposed to be raining, but I'm hyped. Nerves are finally calm. Now I can be excited for this car again, and stay tuned guys.